Summer 9. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Attention Show, the voice of the entertainment industry, where I always promise to deliver you relevant information pertaining the industry, entertainment, education, and of course, some controversy here and there. Not all the time, but now and then. Namhlanje, I have someone special, very special to me. This is someone who's been very active in the entertainment industry, particularly in the music industry, as a vocalist, as a performer, as a jazz performer. Mina ngazi ukuthi kahle kahle lo muntu lo which genre is she in? But God also explain and also explain namhlanje. I've got there's a lot of information that I actually have a number of questions that will lead her to educate to you. Okay, you're probably wondering who I'm talking about. DUDU, where is she? I want to bring her on. Yes, there we go. DUDU MAKHOBA.
Hi, Gadi.
I don't have those things yet. I'm hoping to get them. How are you, dear?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I can't hear you anymore.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Do? Seriously?
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Ari, the host has muted your mic. Unmute you.
Flip. Okay, I don't know. Let me do this. Oh, I know what I did. Welcome back, girl.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for agreeing meeting me today. How about that today? It's cold. I don't know why you woke me up so early in the morning.
Dynamics. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Life dynamics, you know. But thank you for agreeing meeting us with us today. Just hold on a second. I need to hear myself. I need to hear you properly until I get my stuff here.
Bluetooth mode.
Okay.
Connected.
Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me properly?
Yes. I can hear you loudly, very, very loudly and properly. Thank you for agreeing meeting with us today. And I hope we're gonna have a great conversation. More particularly, I'm more curious about the journey and your journey in this industry, because I mean, now in mind just so ulana, you know. So I wanna know from here what to figure kanjani la ukhona. Obviously, you're still going big from where you are right now, but what's important is that ufikile la ufike khona abaningi abafika abangafinganga.
Oh my God,
okay, let's get into it. How have you been? Like, how was COVID, post-COVID, and like, COVID, or are we still there?
Well, Gaddafi, thank you for having me. First of all, thank you for having me. And Nabing Zosheranyana Kosia go to MAKHOBA, you know. Post-COVID, COVID-19 did us bad. Especially me. Well, everyone, but but I went through hell and back. And I thank God that I'm still alive, and I'm still sane, and I'm still sane, and I'm still trying to push. But COVID-19, I had to take my bags from Pretoria and go home. And I took everything like and I thought like, okay, this is over. I'm not coming back to Gauteng, because clearly there's nothing here. And rent kept on, like I have to pay rent and all that, and now I'm going into my savings and everything, and I'm like, never, this will never be me. So let me just go home. And but fortunate enough, I got called by the State Theatre to come and do a Fringe show the same year, 2020, around November, December there. And I came and I did that. And I was staying with my cousin at Tembisa. So I would travel. Yes. And I did that. And after that, people were calling me. Mandla Tlax will call me, hey, Mfana, guni something, let's go. You know, I'm like, okay. And then I was back just like that.
Yes.
So, So, but COVID-19 is still very, 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 very here. You know, the lockdown is still here upon us as musicians, as artists, because agavulwa labo, even though there's no curfew anymore, but people are still like, COVID regulations. And I'm like, are we still there? Can we just move on? You know, because I mean, someone told us lies and we believe those lies, and now we, you know. But anyway, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I am so glad that you overcome that. I mean, a lot of people some sold their instruments and just to survive. And I'm glad that you're not an instrument player, because you can't sell your voice. You know what I mean? So I'm so glad that you actually come out of this. I saw even during COVID-19, you were exploring into your skills and baking. I still want those cookies, by the way. I hope you didn't stop. Because I think
the business is still there. The business is still there. My mom is continuing with it.
Nice. Okay, now you will tell us where to place the orders. End of the show, you'll leave us with those details so that we know where to go. I haven't tasted them, but they really look good. So I hope they taste as good as they look.
Trust.
So let's just get into it. Who is DUDU MAKHOBA? I mean, we see you on stage, but obviously, personally, I would love to know your background, like where you're coming from, because it looks like you were born with all these privileges with you. Why not, you've got a beautiful voice. So here's Bongila Kumalo. She's gonna raise you, and you're gonna, So take us back on who DUDU is and how you grew up, where you grew up, where you were raised, high school, tertiary, and then into the industry, obviously.
All right. So DUDU MAKHOBA, DUDU Zile, Consolation MAKHOBA is from
DUDU Zela, DUDU. What are other names?
Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
So I'm from the Free State, in a small town called Frankfurt, Namahadi, Frankfurt. I was born Namahadi, not Khadi,
Namahadi. Okay.
Yes, Frankfurt. I was born, raised there. Nje yonke into yami ithi Frankfurt. I started school at Guguletu Primary School. From there, I went to Falesizwe Senior Secondary School. And then from there, that's when I actually got the grip that ukhona into ethi voice kancane from Falesizwe. But I was in a choir in primary school, but it was just a choir. And then when I got to high school, I was forced into joining a choir by my friends, and the teacher, who was a conductor at that time, he was like, dude, I want you in my choir, and if you don't come into my choir, you're gonna clean those toilets. And we asked my toilet was a and I'm like, serious, say I'm gonna come tomorrow, I'm gonna come, and I didn't go. The following day is like, you didn't come to rehearsal. Okay.
Yeah.
Following day, I didn't go because I was like, you know what? I want to focus. When I get to high school, I want to focus. I want to be that girl, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the Friday, I remember it was a Friday morning. He came with the bucket, Lee, Mezi, and the mop, like Pernacom. And I'm like,
Wow.
yo, I promise today I'm coming because I can't clean those toilets, you know? So I lived like 2 minutes away from the school. So I would go to the toilet at home, not in the school. So mang PC, I was like, okay, break time. I know I'm going home so that I can do my number 1 or my number 2, then come back to school. You know, it was that easy. So I didn't go into that toilet. Well, I went sometimes when I'm really pressed, but the aim was to go. So I had to clean those toilets. Well, I didn't, but there and there's like, okay, mopanyana, so that they can see that you did something. I tried and mop, but of course I wasn't using my hands. I was like, So then I went to then after that, after school I went to the thingy, and I didn't look back ever since then. And everyone, I remember there were 2 conductors, the assistant conductor, and so the assistant conductor will come and hear if we are really singing, because I will be at the back, and he will come and say, and hear us. And he stood on that, and then he's like, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm singing wrong things. And then I hamba, and then I figure the teacher, the conductor is like, young comba, I'm asking myself, you just, I'm in trouble. I'm not singing. Because I was whispering, because I don't want to be there, ne? I'm forced, ne? I'm like, can't you know, he's hearing something, you know, he's hearing something good, there's something here. And then from there, I was a soloist. From there, I'm getting cubs.
Come on.
So so the choir became big. And after my grade 12, the choir died because now people were not, I don't know what happened to that choir. So from there I went to Sasolburg, Flavius Mareka, to study career preparation into psychology, because my marks were matric were stable. So I had to go and do that because I wanted to do psychology and clinical psychology. When I got there, I got caught up by the music, of course, because the music was broad now in Sasolburg, not what I'm used to in Frankfurt. And I'm like, oh my God. And now they would practice next to my class, next to, you know, they will have practice happen. And I'm like, Jesus, I want to be that side. And during that year, I joined that group, and I passed the year, and I had to go to Bloemfontein UOFs to study now the thingy, the clinical psychology. But I was like to my dad, I'm not going there. My heart is in music, and I want to do music. My dad was like, listen, girl, music doesn't pay the bills. Music, naba bayafala abo lona fanele si donate. Music doesn't pay the bills. He told me a lot, and I'm like, but I'm not going. I'm not going to Bloemfontein. I'm not going. So I stayed 2009, 2010, 2011. I think 2010, at the end of 2010, because now when I was taking the break at home, and I was busy with some guys in a place called Villiers. It's like 32 km from home, and they would book me and I would go to Womakufe and perform with them and all that. So my dad would see, okay, I would bring in some money, they would pay me a good 3,000. And by then, 3,000 is a lot of money. And my dad was like, okay, maybe there's something here,
Yeah.
And then, the end of 2010 is like, so look for a school. But I'm my university at Durai. I'm not going there. So I was like, okay, I went to Google, I searched. I went to the library at home, and I searched and I searched and I searched, and I came across Central Johannesburg College.
Yeah.
And but then I didn't know the name because I just saw Jazil Brothers and Sipogazi studied there. I'm like, this is where I'm going. I don't know anything. This is where I'm going. Because Sipogazi, Jazil Brothers, and they're hip that time, I'm like, this is where I'm going. And then we had to get directions to Crown Mines. We called, and then they told us ba vulanini for registration and all that, auditions and all that. So the following year we went there and they took me in, and then I was in and studied at CJC. Yes.
Which song did you audition with? Do you still remember?
Do I still remember? I'm sure it was a gospel song, one is, because hey, I was very rooted. I'm sure it was a gospel song because I was very rooted. Huh?
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was a gospel song.
And I was going to ask how the level of support was from home, but then you've already explained that. So now, when you got to tertiary, like, how was it being in music school? Like, for you, was it important? Did you find it that since you were in school, and you were already talented, what did school help you with? I was so talented. I'm asking because when I'm musicians, I see, when you're talented, I don't need school. All I should do is, just go on stage and sing. And we've seen Abanye, they have prospered in doing that, but Abanye, they have failed dramatically in that because Shoguti labasebenza khona basebenza ngama-favors, and it means they will be paid less money because you're not qualified for what you're doing. Yes, you're good at it, but there's no paper for it. And bearing in mind, a young person who's watching and saying, I want to be a musician, but is it worth going to school? So that's the question that I need you to answer for that little one who says, why should I go to school if I'm already talented?
Okay, personally, I think school it's a need, not a need. It's just important because it enhances what you have. It enhances what you have and know how to control. Well, back then, I would say because we didn't have more material, go to YouTube and all that. But now we have YouTube. You can still go to YouTube and check out my exercises and all that, But you really need it lasts utisha ozoti. No, don't put it like that. Placement. How? You really need guidance. So if you can't go, if you think school is not important, then get a vocal coach, get a piano coach, get a guitar. I think that is important because kunabantu abathi bayacheka, you checking Kim Burrell, but Kim Burrell ucula ama-chords, ucula, ama-scales, and uzokutshela ukuthi le scale engisiculayo sikephi and all that, Exactly. So I think it's important just to have, even if you don't go to a school, a formal school, just have someone to guide you. Not in this way. Because I actually heard someone who is in the music industry, she thinks she wasted her time going to the music school. In my mind, I'm like, I don't think you wasted your time, because now there's a difference between you then and you now. Iyavulana, man. Like there's that thing, ingqondo iyahluzeka. I think that's the right Zulu. Yeah. Ihluza ingqondo. I think imfundo in general, ihluza ingqondo, you know. The more you read, the more you see differently, the world differently. So I think it's that's just me. I think it's very important to have.
And I mean, hearing your talent, Konamanje, I mean, like when you're on stage, you can hear with Lomundulo. You know, like you know what you're doing, you know how to control your voice, you don't overdo, you don't, like, you always have a way to deliver, whether it's doesn't matter what genre, because I think I've seen you in so many genres. Like, I'm so confused with your, okay, which one is this one? So how did you then to the entertainment industry? When you who did you start performing with in the industry?
Please repeat that, Brazil, for a moment.
Mangena entertainment industry. When you started performing on stage, do you remember who you started performing with?
I can say the person who I think I started working with Ngobi, but it was just me helping him because he needed, and I was like, I'm not for backing, buddy. I'm not for backing, but so Ngobi was like, no, but please help me. I need, and then I got used to abuma 500, esayocula esondweni elithize basithi 500, siyocula kuphi 1,000 rand. So you get used to that, and usesikolweni ngalezo sikhathi, so it's extra cash. So yes, I think I started working with Ngobi Nxumalo. When I got to Johannesburg.
What's it Joyous?
Was it Joyous? Oh, I Gaddafi. So yeah, and then from there, I worked with so many people. There was there still is Usisi Choko Buichoko. Naibigayenza abo Afropop. I was backing her, but right now it's gospel, and baningi. And then I took a decision, bana kahle angilithandi ngoba vele ngangisiza ngaqala ngisiza, you know. So backing is not my thing, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot, and like Ngobi would tell you, she's not a backing a vocalist. Me again, because she would understand Mina, because background I would start with learning the melody with tonic solfa, then I would add words. So my second back, so Ngobi would understand that and say, no, it's do so far, do la la, you know. Don't tell us so. Then I was like, oh, don't tell us so. Then translated into, and I'm like, oh, okay. So other people, so when I worked with other people, I will be frustrated. I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Because this backing thing is not for me, actually.
Not you.
But it was a learning curve also, just to see ukuthi abanye abantu basebenza njani nabanye abantu, and how do people treat other people. And I've learned a lot. Learned a lot, and ngiyazi the do's and the don'ts. It's about everything, and no one can come here and say, because I know. And ngizoyenza le mina engicabanga ukuthi i-right, and izoba right kimi, like treatment nje. Because khona abanye abantu bazokutreata angene ku-rehearsal akanibulisi nokunibulisa, because he's paying you, and he's paying you, allows you 1,000 rand, and then uyangena akanibulisi, and then you're like, hayibo sisi. So he president wena ngoba unominate kumasama, come on, rest, you know. So it's one of those things. Some of the things being as standing baking with you. But it
doesn't.
Don't scoop. But the illustration, you know, scoop, and you're like, okay, I'm fuzzy. So
So when did you make the decision? I already know that I'm not a backing vocalist, and now you decided I'm now gonna go solo, because I personally I can't remember you being a backing only once, and it was like a gospel project. But besides that, I've never seen you at the back backing anyone. So when did you make that decision with Manje, I am a solo artist?
I get it, Boma 2012, I started a band for CJC, and it was doing very well. It was doing very well. We performed everywhere, anywhere. Yeah.
What did you call that band? Was it DUDU MAKHOBA
no,
and the band?
It was just DUDU MAKHOBA, yes. Yeah. It was DUDU MAKHOBA. Yes. So, and I started performing, and I remember back then we had Abo Ingoma festivals created by one of the guys, ebesifunda naye, Uja, besimbiza Ujaman, Ujaman, because I'm at Reds, so besimbiza Ja, you know, created by Ja and the wife, and I remember I won that competition. It was a competition and festivals, and you know, so I would perform every time. So I got used to that. Now the backing thing and all that. So I knew, Uti, I'm not supposed to be at the back, but because sometimes you really need some money, you know, you're like, okay, let's go, let's do this gig. Okay, let's do the next one. And then the next one, you forget about yourself, yourself. But when I got to Pretoria, because at some point I moved to Pretoria, from Soweto to Pretoria now. When I got to Pretoria, now things started slow, you know, because now abantu base Johannesburg, they're like, no, you moved. Oh, okay, we'll find someone else. So now I'm on that side. I'm not getting anything. I'm at TUT studying. Imali, I signed and I'm like, yo. Now I'm starting to be frustrated. But Abanye will still call me, dude, we have this thing, this side. Come, you know, then I'll travel. So 2016, I got an opportunity, rather a platform, to go and perform in Colombo Jazz Festival. Via a friend, Tepo Mate. So Tepo Mate called me. He's like, "Do we have this? And we need a lady to come and perform and all that." So then I was like, "Okay, I can perform covers that side. Let me just go and do this." And I went that side. We performed with Tepo dates. We traveled to Kaufela, and we performed that side. Ayanda Gia, because Ayanda Gia was already that side. We performed and all that. And after that, I was like, no more turning back.
Forward you go, girl. Forward you go.
Yes. So I cut a lot of backing gigs. I was like, no, I'm like, no, I'm okay. Thank you. Yes. So from 2016, I went back to Sri Lanka, and for 4 months or 3 months, I can't even remember. I think it's 3 months. Yes, 3 months. And after that, I came back. Yeah.
You keep reducing, like 6 months or 4 months or 3 months.
No, it's 3 months. I think it's 3 months. So I went back and performed that side. And when I was back around August, I was like, nah, man, I'm starting a band. Starting a band.
Baby.
Starting a band. So yeah, I started writing new music. And then 2017, 2017, my sister communicated with some friend, Osasselberg. Kanti, the friend is hosting a Fezile Dabi benefit concert, and then Bangfaka lineup 2017, and I was part of that lineup, and had big names, you know, it had big names, and I got there and I rocked my new music, and I called Tsepo Munareng, Galingobeni, not Galingobeni. Galingobeni was not part of us then. I called Tsepo Munareng, Sbusiso Fura, and then Percy on drums, and Amo and Bonnie to come and back me. We went there and rocked, and you know, and then I was like, these guys were like, "Don't you want to record?" I'm like, "I don't think I'm there yet. Let's continue, you know." But your music is nice. The music is nice. I'm like, yes, my music is nice, but also the money's, you know, because yes, we busy now, but the money's. And then the following year, which was 2018, I was performing all over. People would call me, you know, and then I didn't even have people, a team, you know, I was just alone. So I think word of mouth was just working, you know, and then I was performing there, and until I went to the Fringe, go Joy of Jazz as well, and so it's been that. So we are here today.
And then what genre were you focusing on? I know your sound, I can't define it, and I love that about your sound, because it's I can't place it in any genre. So, but I'm trying to figure out, how do you classify yourself as like, which genre do you think you fall under?
I actually don't know, because I just go with the flow, with my flow, what sits well with me. If this thing touches me, it must touch. It must touch you.
It must touch you.
So if this thing really sits well, you know, I'm like, it will definitely sit well with the next person, you know. So Godwa, I try to actually explain where I fall, because it's influence of jazz, influence of gospel, and the African music. So last time when a friend asked me, what do you say? I'm like, African jazz soul. Because I'm tired of explaining it's influences of.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know. And I'm trying to place Siwa in a thing, in a box also.
Yeah. You perfectly explained Vuma Kentliziyo. I don't know if that's what you titled the song, but that song is exactly what you just described. You would see it's jazz, it's gospel, it's soul, you know. So like, you can't, there's no way you can put it with gospel, because the gospel in a sound, you know, what it's like a contemporary song, but if that person is a gospel artist, we already know how they're going to execute this, by how they're going to execute the song.
True.
But that's what I'm saying with you. It is kind of, you know, you can't be placed anywhere, and I think which is a good thing, because I've always said that there's a lot of genres out there that have not been discovered. The ones that exist right now is the ones that were created by other musicians. But as we grow, like, this is not the end of it. There's still a lot of genres that are coming, and that needs to be, there should be a point where we cannot place in any genre, but we create a genre, like a genre is created for you, because the music does not fit in any, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
So who have you, because I think one of the things that I'm also keen in when I listen to when I listen to you singing is who have you been checking growing up and who are you checking currently?
Into yokucheck yini Gaddafi? Masike sikhulume ngale. Masicale lapho sike explain le ndaba yokucheck.
No, I think most musicians they try to find themselves by listening to certain artists and see what do I fit in this category, or do I, just trying to find what their sound is. For instance, there's young musicians who sound like Ringo already, and maybe with time they will now find themselves. But it doesn't mean that when they check Ringo, it means that's exactly how they're going to sing. They're just being inspired by this particular artist that when they listen to them, they're inspired to write their own, to find their own sound, but by listening to that person. And somehow this person challenges you to think outside where you are right now. So there's a backing, when everybody's singing, you just sing along as well. But there's a backing, now you're backing like in studio. So you have to be really, or you are now a solo artist. You now have to be getting how we know this is DUDU, so now you have created that sound yourself. But I also believe we always have, it doesn't matter in what department or industry you're in, you're always inspired by someone. Like for instance, people know that I love Julius Malema, because he speaks out freely, but I don't really speak like him. It's just that I love his principles. I love how, how he does things, but how I do things are quite different, even though I look up to him. So that is taking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you for putting it like that. Because most people, when I ask, they simply say you imitating other or whatever person or Tandai. But me na ngogwan, because background, I had the choral background, right? Okay. So it was that it was choral and gospel. And when I got to tertiary now, then I was introduced to jazz. And then I had to relearn a lot of things, relearn a lot of things. And at some point you find yourself confused. But I was not singing like this, I was not singing like this. Hence I said it was to enhance what you have, but it comes with unlearning certain things and relearning other things, and learning new things. So with me, I would listen, because they would tell us about Usisa Sopazi. What, you must go and listen to Sarah Vaughan, go and listen to Ella Fitzgerald in this particular song, in and then you'll go and listen, Guti, okay, this is how she treats the song, because you will learn the song on your own, and then go refer, okay, Ella, okay, all right, interpreter kaso, okay, so manje uDudu yena uthini njengabo, yabona. So kufanele kube nale point ukuthi okay, manje uGaddafi uthini kule situation. Yes, but that you need to start and learn the song ukuthi ingoma, the time uGaddafi wayibhala per note, 4 note, like know it kahle, until the end. Then you can break the rules and say, okay, I can delay this note. Okay, I can anticipate this one, okay, I can add, and these things sizithola esikolweni ukuthi okay, now say explanation nalento boyenza
Yes.
You know, ungakafika esikolweni ukuthi oh kahle kahle ngidelay note. Bongazi ukuthi ngiyadelay. Oh ngiyenza. But so I think we're getting a lot of. So with me, I had to unlearn things in order to learn new things.
Yeah.
Unlearn things in order to learn new things. And then when I learned, I was like, okay, so we have this school DUDU, you know,
Yeah.
the summertime DUDU, and the living is easy. And then there was this DUDU before I got to school. So how do I merge these two, you know?
Yeah.
Then I had to sit with, I need to find my voice because I don't want ukuthi oh ududulo or sound njengo.
Yes. Or you remind me of
Bani, you know? Yes, you remind me of, you know.
Yes.
I didn't want that. So I had to like go back. Okay. Okay. Gospel treatment is this. Okay. Jazz treatment is that. When I have a jazz gig, I listen to jazz.
Yeah.
You know, the whole week.
Yeah.
When I have a gospel gig, I listen to gospel the whole week.
Yeah.
So that it can sound. And nakhona ngiyachoose ukuthi ngilalela baphi because I don't want to be that girl who's like all of the time now, you know, because that's where gospel is these days.
Yes.
That's where and yeah. So I don't want to be that girl. So I choose, okay, I want to listen to who engazi ukuthi uzosala, you know, ngizoba right, ngeke ngibe kude nalento engiyona, you know. And you will hear someone who sings jazz and she's been doing gospel the whole entire month, and then namhlanje uzocula jazz. You will certainly hear that person with okay, because kunendlela, I don't know how to explain it, but you hear it's okay. This one they got a gospel the whole week. So my jazz and kuzwakala gospel in jazz, you know. So there are those elements that would say, okay, treatment, jazz this way, treatment, African music that way, treatment, you know, those are the things that you get to learn also when you get to eskolweni, because you're like, okay, the style is a change, you know. So I so when I check, when I check, I'm just checking my thingies, my my scales. That's me checking. I don't go and listen to Kim Barrell now and say, oh, you know, no, I don't do that. I just check scales and, you know, and just also my ear training, because I have a bit of a problem in so I need to practice. I need to, you know, sit there because I have that problem. I know that I have that problem, so that I need to sit on top of the keyboard, or not on top, but sit and play the keyboard so that I can hear keys and all that. So so
How often do you check? Is it a daily thing, or do you do it on a weekly thing, or only when you have performances?
So now because I I do vocal coach every week, so it's also my time to actually, when I'm teaching someone, I'm actually remembering things, reminding myself of some things. So I when I'm busy illustrating, I'm also checking. So it's 3 times a week. For me.
So basically, when I pay you for a vocal coach, I'm paying you to check yourself. When are you expecting something like, you know, have you released any single, or if not, when are you releasing something? Tonight when we are hungry for you know what I'm listening to do, you know. We are okay, fine. We hear about TikTok, but we now we want the real thing. Like, please release something.
Well, Gadi, so I was supposed to release a long time ago, but I guess the timing was not okay. But I am releasing the project I did with the State Theatre 2020. So it's gonna be on all digital platforms. It was supposed to be out also. So State Theatre is delaying me, but I'm okay with it.
So
I'm okay. But I got everything now. So I'm just tweaking there and there so that I can put it up so that people can stream it every day, and pay now for it. So because I thought about it. I can't sit, man, wait for millions. These millions won't come. They won't come.
True.
Kuno music esizwayo ku-radio or esizibuza ukuthi ufike njani ku-radio. But siyawulalela, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just drop whatever that I have. I mean, I don't have to have millions. Whatever that I'm gonna drop, the EP that I'm gonna drop is gonna bring me something bigger. So then I can work on my album, finish the album, then So that's what I'm taking out.
Yes. When I did an interview with Nosia about his album coming out, he said to me, I'm over this album already. There's a lot of songs I want to release. So what he's giving us is actually something that he's done like 8 years ago. He just he's over it, And I'm thinking the same is gonna be with you. Which by the time you release this music, you'll be so over it that you can't wait for your next project. But I'm sure it's gonna be like life changing, because your music is it's not just you don't just sing, you bring us to where you are. So with the project that is coming, the one Uwankayana State Theatre, you wrote this is your own music, you wrote all the songs.
I wrote 3 songs in that in the EP, and the 2, the other one is written by a friend of mine, Lerato Zane, and then the other one is written by Grace Makhet. So
Grace I can't wait. I can't wait.
So so it's 5 songs. I'm releasing 5 songs. So so the rest it's written by me.
There's a project that you posted. I even asked you, Uzi, one of the artists that were it was like in remembrance of musicians who have passed, or legends, basically legends, and you were called to honor Umam Sibongile Khumalo. Did that put you under pressure, or was it like, I don't know, what was it? Were you honored, or were you put under pressure for you?
It was both. It was under pressure and honored to actually be part of that. I mean, Umama was very dope to put in. Yes, she was very dope. I met her twice or 3 times in a same gig, and then we had to share the gig at some point. And she was just lovely, and into mama ngayithandi bekangayithandi bekazakutshela ukuthi yeka lento oyenzayo mawugcoke isicathulinyana esingathi siyale akutshele ukuthi sisi yini so she was like that, and I really appreciated her, I mean, she's Sibongile Khumalo, come on. So with me bangicela ukuthi ngizoyenza music Mama Sibongile. I know some of the songs, I don't know other songs, I know some of her songs, and
Yeah.
so Mafia Lapaya, I think the song choice for me, it wasn't, because I didn't have to choose. They chose for me. Abantu bebayenza they chose
Yes.
for me. And I felt like they chose covers ayenzo umama usibongile Khumalo.
Yeah.
So I then told them, but cover lawa ayenzo umama usibongile. And then like, but we don't want to have a lot of rehearsals and all that, and the guys know this music. And I'm like, okay. But ke masingayibeki as paying tribute to, let's just
Yes.
put it as singing cover songs.
Yeah.
But
Because
I guess it was I mean, I think it was, I don't know, but because I was booked, then I did it, and yeah.
Yeah, like you say, each tribute would be you singing her songs, not singing the songs
Yes,
that she used to sing as covers.
she covered, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what are the challenges that you have faced by far in the entertainment industry, and that you're still facing right now? Like what challenges that are not voiced out there, that you are facing on a daily basis at gigs? Because I just feel like musicians do have challenges out there, but some of them don't. Abakwazi ukukhuluma, or maybe they just don't care anymore because they just don't think there's solutions anymore. Are there any challenges that you experience in the entertainment industry, in the music
Well,
industry?
in the music industry, well, there are challenges ahlezi akhona amaningi. But bewakhohlwa ukuthi you as a person, you don't ask abanye abantu,
Yeah.
because nalento man esegoli, angazi abantu basegoli bani, banama, I don't know how to put circles, like banabantu babo.
Yeah.
So if you ask that one, angeke akutshele, but if you ask that one, uzokutshela. Like a simple thing ukuthi, how do you get into the South African State Theatre Fringe? Umuntu angakuyisa le ukuthi, no, they called me, instead of saying, yes, they called me, but now I'm a number ban. You can ask her, ukuthi how do you get in there?
Yes.
So izinto ezikanjalo ukuthi people don't like referrals, like abafuni ukuthi, because I did this gig, you want to do it,
Yeah.
because you did this out. And kanti no, cha, I'm also looking for a platform. I'm also looking, I mean, they can't call you all the time, they'll call you once. So dlulisela komunye umuntu. I think at this point it's that other people can't really dlulisa information.
Yeah.
No, the reason why I got concert essay, because I did this and this and this. I followed the procedures. So yeah, I think my challenges are corner, and that most promoters, they don't take us serious. They think because now you don't have, you're not known. So I'm not gonna take you serious. Uyamuza nanoma akhuluma nawe nje, uyamuza nanoma akhuluma nawe ukuthi it's something else. I had this lady from the Val. She booked me because of Buisano, so I was part of Buisano as well. So mangfonela uthi the gig pays. So Buisano paid 10,000 for your performance and all that.
Yeah.
So mangfonela uthi we want to book you for a gig, what, and this gig is paying 4,000. And I'm like, is this a Buisano gig? Because I know if it's a Buisano gig, then it's supposed to be 10,000, Like, yeah, it's a Buisano gig, but I'm just giving you a platform here. Come on. I'm like, I'm sorry, then I can't take 4,000 because it won't cover everything. I mean, in 10,000, 10,000 in but at least I'm a Buisano gigs.
Is that 10,000 supposed to pay the band members, or is it just for you?
Everyone.
Wow.
Everyone. What are you saying? Everyone. So now she's coming with 4,000. And I'm like, come on. At least if we would like a week, you'll have like maybe 4 gigs. So in those 4 gigs, you know, it's 10,000, 10,000, it's 40.
Yeah, so it's
so then split, it's something, it's big, then you pay. So now she's coming and I'm like, no, Sissy, I can't take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I called the guy with Pisa and I'm like, this lady is telling me about 4,000. Like, how? 4,000? You know?
Yeah.
Because I think the arts and culture and recreation was sponsoring that thingy festival. So I was like, I can't do 4,000. It's like, oh, okay, no, I'll talk to her. And then she comes like, yeah, Sissy, just send me just send me. You always an attitude. Just send me the 10,000 thingy invoice. I'm like, oh, okay. I sent the 10,000 invoice, and she sent 5,000, and then it's like the thingy, the deposit. And then now on the day she's supposed to send, she calls me. She's like, please come, you'll get your 5,000 here. I'm like, can I, when I get there, can I just get the 5,000? Like, yeah, you'll get it. When I get there, because I don't even know her. So now I'm trying to call her, I can't find her. And now, but to Sabam Foster, you must get it on stage. And I'm like, guys, okay, let's just perform. I'll call the guy wa Puisan, and then he will sort this out. We performed, and now I'm trying to call this guy wa Puisan. It's like, no, that lady must pay you. And all that. And I'm like, yo, this lady has a phone tsaka. I'm like, okay, the God that I serve.
Come
Jesus.
Come on.
So just after that gig, so 2 months after that gig, I see now 6,000 coming into my account from this lady. And I'm like, why is she paying me now after so long? You know? Gandhi, there's a gig she's organizing, and the clients want me to be part of that gig.
Yes, girl.
And then she calls and she's like, hi Sisi kunjani, hope you got your money. Yazi kune gig ezayo. Kune gig ezayo engifuna ukuthi uzongiphefela phela wasiphefomela kamnandi njani. Sayafuna uyabona. I'm like, izanini yakuphi le? It's a Fezile Dabi. In Fezile Dabi is my territory, Baba. Fezile Dabi kusekhaya. You get me? So it's like, hey. I'm like, okay, I see. So, but I think the thing is going to be, they have like a municipality doesn't have the money. It has 9,000. I'm like, this is young Pulela. You say, oh, okay. Not drop your phone. I called the next person. I'm like, so libata umpatala 9,000, you know. 9,000 ore ke tloe Pitori. Ke tloele batho ke tle mo are why ba re ba batla go patala 9,000 ke ha ke tle mo ka 9,000. Ha ke tle mo di tla dula mo ka 9,000 ya lona. Okay, let me talk to her. Dude, let me talk to her. Ke re sharp. Ya ngale. Sabuya, okay, municipality tsa patala whatever money that you want me to thank you.
She wanted to exploit you again, you know.
Like, again, I don't like and these, and these, So you don't know which relationship the municipality lay come gapi. So you can't just come. Because apparently the first meeting, people were saying, don't forget to. Don't forget to. Everyone was saying that. So
And I think it's important that you put your foot down as a soloist because that's how you build your brand. That's how you place your value. Because once you start taking whatever they give you, that's where you're rating yourself. When anybody can, like Lento Mazana Leo, the next person who's the next promoter who's creating or producing a gig, a festival or whatever. She's gonna be on some to negotiate even 2 or 3,000.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
So I think it's very important that you always stand your ground, and because you have studied for this shit, bro, like you can't just take whatever that is thrown in your face, like doing a favor, or they're doing a favor by putting you. No, this is your job, and you study for it, and you take it so seriously. So I think it's very important. I mean, Ukwesta, for him to grow so big as well, he had to do the same thing. He was charging 35K when he was still Ngudu. But once he won the award, I think it was Metro Awards, once he won the award, Asham, he was not even, there was no negotiating space. That time, you're a friend to the manager. But no, there's no favors anymore. Like, this is the rate, and this is what it is. And Begaman, you know. So I think it's very important you must put your foot down, because I'm a promoter. So we only respect you when you respect your talent. Because we'll always try to you know, capitalize from artists who say, do they even know their worth, the worth of their work? And that's what we always take test. And I'm saying we because I book a lot. I book a lot in the commercial world, and not in the gospel. So I know, you know, how we negotiate. We test the waters first. Do they even know how much they're worth? And then when you don't, it's like, that's why we make a killing. And hence, my passion is so much in educating our artists to know your worth, because I know how the world is out there. I know that I can go back and do the same thing that promoters are doing, but I couldn't live with it. It's like, when you do that, you can't even sleep at night, because you know. And if you have a conscience, you can't sleep after you've done that. You can't. So I am so proud of you, Guti. You actually have placed, you know, your value, and you actually cannot negotiate below that. And Uguti, you keep your relationships with your clients very healthy, because in that way, promoters cannot come bazo jaivela on your head. Yes, they can make money, but they must not rip you off like completely. 25% is the max of what they should be paying themselves from whatever, but not 50%, because now it's like they're taking 50-60%, and you must do with that, you know. So well done on that. Well done. Any collaborations? Is there any artists out there that you would love to collaborate with on your albums, or on the music that is coming, or you know, in future work? Anyone that you'd love to collaborate with?
Yo, man, I haven't thought about that, because the only person I wanted to do something was Uma Musbongile Kumalo, and now she's not there. So I don't know. Finally, you think. Because I get bakhona abantu we have beautiful musicians and beautiful singers in a way, artists, but angamboni lo engithi ngifuna, you know, mangenza
you know why? You know why? Because you haven't heard me sing.
Yes,
you haven't heard me sing. You haven't heard me sing. That's why. After you hear me, darling, you're gonna decide who's it. I've been looking for this.
Yeah.
So there's a project
but I would love to work sometime in life. I would love to work with Duduzo Makatini to produce my album.
Yes.
Yeah. There's so many people I would like to work with. Nayo Usiya Ntetwa to produce my album. I would like to work with so many people actually. To produce my albums. Because I'm gonna have more albums and more, and then they're gonna sell platinums, and you know, amen.
Global, baby, global. You don't belong just there. The world
Yes.
needs to hear you. You understand?
Yeah.
So I saw there's a project you are currently working on. Remember, oh Lord, what is that all about?
Remember, oh Lord.
Remember, oh Lord, mental health and Tontoni.
Yes,
Poster
yes.
that you have on your Facebook page.
Yes, a friend of mine, Ntabi saying Mama Sodi, does a lot of work in her community, like helping kids every year, save a boy child or save a girl child, and now she's doing this high tea. I think it's high tea. What mental health? What for the ladies? And so that's where I'm performing. I think need to, second.
Second April.
Yes. So I'm performing there. So I back there, and also Nagubo, save a girl child, save a boy child. I would go and perform there with her. I'm always working with her because I think uthunyelwe uNkulunkulu straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you have, like, where can we before I go there, any message to the upcoming musicians? Because I don't think you're upcoming, you're already a solo artist now. And so the upcoming artists, any message to upcoming artists and aspiring, there's young musicians, young people out there who want to be musicians and maybe don't have they don't know exactly, they don't know where to start. They don't know what to say to their parents, because especially Kwani challenge when it comes to ama arts, it's very hard to convince umzali ukuthi, listen, this is what I'm passionate about, because nami kahle kahle I was supposed to be a professional Latin dancer, that's what I've been passionate about from high school. And I was just told, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna study anything that is related to business, and I did that. And I served my years in working in the corporate world, and I gave them what they wanted. But now I realize where God has placed you, you can't run away from that. As much as I'm not longer that dream of being a dancer is gone, but entertainment industry is what I was born for, and somehow God has always found a way to place me in this. But now there's still parents out there who think there's no career in news, in the entertainment space. What does that child have to say to their parents?
Well, firstly, I'd say to the young men and young women who are trying to get into this industry, that stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
And unganyakaziswa ilutho, and be faithful to the craft. Be faithful to yourself, futhi, Don't go with ukuthi abantu bazothini or abantu bathini. Just know, as long as you know that you're talented. And I mean, kunabantu abaziyo ukuthi, I don't know ukuthi bayazizwa ukuthi abekho talented, but they're still doing it. But but as long as you know that you're talented for real, stay true to yourself and don't lose yourself, because this industry can put you in so much, can put you, like, stand your ground and ungaluzi isidima sakho, because now you're trying to be up there. You can get up there without doing wrong things. You can get up there, but it will take time. It will take time, because it's still taking time for us to get there. But as for my parents, just show them how dedicated you are.
Yeah.
You don't need to say a lot to them.
Yeah.
Just show them and still respect them. Mabati, no. Just try and respect
Yeah.
and show
Yeah.
them, I really want this, I really
Yeah.
want this. And if you start at an early age, of course, sebayabona ukuthi yo, futhi ama-parents wamanje are sharp most. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, my daughter can sing. So I'm finally you what coach,
Yeah.
but very
Yeah.
fast, Yeah. So I think yeah.
And what message would you like to send to or Onatim Teta, Minister of Funerals?
Can you just step down? That's it. Step
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we have people in the music industry, in the arts,
Yeah.
but understanding the arts? Can we have someone who understands the arts?
Yeah.
To step in, just step down, bruh. That's the whole.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap up, any what's the social media pages? Where can people find you? How do we book you? Where can they inbox you or email you or call you? Can you give us that information? On Facebook?
So on Facebook, DUDU MAKHOBA.
Yeah.
There's a artist page and my personal page, but
Okay.
I respond in everything.
Okay.
And on Instagram is DUDU MAKHOBA_. So there's no space in DUDU MAKHOBA. It's just DUDU MAKHOBA_. And then on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter every day, but I'm there. I'm just browsing. Twitter is DUDU MAKHOBA_.
Yeah.
And on TikTok is DUDU MAKHOBA_.
Okay.
And my email, you can find me at dudumakhobabookings@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yes. And the number you can call if you want to book me is 081 401 8554. 081 401 8554. Yes.
All right, cool. Please send us that information as well so that we can use it on the caption so people can know where to find you. And maybe if you have a poster, DUDU MAKHOBA, I think it will be very handy so that we can also distribute that poster. I'm gonna put it out there, on a daily basis. So, but thank you so much for being with us today. Is there anything that you would like to say before that I probably didn't cover in this question?
No, I think we covered everything, but people can catch me live on the 27th in Victoria. Okay.
27th of
27th of March, Victoria.
Okay.
DUDU Museum. I'm performing with Don Laga, Amanda Black, and all that.
Nice.
So people,
nice.
can catch me there. I know that early birds tickets are fedile, sold out. So you can check for other things there or web tickets. I'm just forgetting. I think it's Switch Music. Yeah, but I'm always posting on my. Yeah, I have a poster.
Can you please send it to me so that I can put it out there as well?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And on the 1st of May, I'm doing my show, Native Rebels in Soweto. So
nice.
People must come as well there. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Please send those posters. My mission is to serve you guys. Like, I'll make money someday, but right now it's just for me to serve you guys. And so please allow me to. Okay. So, but thank you so much for us today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
We love and we appreciate you. Stay humble. May God bless you. May He expand your territory. May you go global because that's what you deserve.
Amen.
You know. And, yes, and I hope you really. I hope God really bless you because you deserve it. You're worth it, girl. You're worth it.
Thank you so much, Kati.
Thank you. Thank you, babes.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye. Thank you guys for watching today. Wow. And I guess you've learned as much as I have today. I enjoyed my conversation with DUDU MAKHOBA, and you'll find the information in the caption where you can book her. She's a very great performer. So if I say so myself, you must know that it is true, baby. So otherwise, we'll see you again on the next episode. I don't know when that is, but we'll see you. Cheers in the meantime. Goodbye.